everybody, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be working on the FRS. We'll be working at the rear end of the FRS. We're going to be installing a new product from Sikky, and let's just go ahead and jump right in to see what's inside this box here. So I think a lot of you FRS, BRZ, 86 guys are going to be pretty happy with this because this is Sikky's very own dual caliper kit. And if you're like me, you love the products that Sikky makes. And it's just one more awesome touch to have on the car. So their kit comes with Willwood calipers. These things are super nice. Comes with everything that you need. Now, when I spec'd mine out, I didn't have them include brake lines because I already have brake lines going to my dual caliper setup, which my dual caliper setup is custom made. I designed myself and had machined, so I outsourced that. It's been holding up really great, but you know, I want to continue to support the guys that support me in my program, so I'm gonna install this on my car. Oh dang, first impressions, I have not seen these yet. This is the first time I'm opening the box. These are super nice, super lightweight. These things weigh nothing, so billet aluminum. Always gotta have the Sikky branding. Always gotta make sure you know it's made in the USA. Now this kit isn't specifically a race application. It's also, you know, for you street guys. So this kit actually retains the factory dust shield and parking brake. So you can have your dual caliper setup along with still having your OEM handbrake. So if you're a street guy who does like occasional track days or anything like that, you don't have to sacrifice your parking brake, you know, if you don't want to. But their kit also does come with a set of shims, which I think I might have left in the house, that actually takes up the difference if you do remove the dust shield and want to run just a strictly race application. So super stoked about this. Let's go ahead and start tearing down the car and getting my old kit off and get this kit on. All right, so if you guys haven't seen any of my other videos, especially where I did the 5x114 rear conversion, that's why this looks probably a little bit different than what most of you are used to seeing on an FRS. You know, my wheels are 5x114. I wanted that, obviously, one, because I can have a larger selection of wheels, even though I only run stage wheels, shout out to Bill. But it was just easier between all of our cars just to swap wheels that are all 5x114. So had to take the spacer off. Next, I will take the calipers off, rotor. I'll have to take the axle nut off and do all that stuff, but let's keep going. All right, factory caliper bolts are a 14. Now, once you get the caliper out of the way, you don't want to let it dangle. I always just run a zip tie through here. There's this nifty little hole that just happens to be perfect just above the upper control arm here. Throw a zip tie on it, make sure it's just kind of hanging there, not impeding on anything, and you're out of the way. Next, we'll get the other one off of here. I guess we can just get that out of the way for right now. If you use an extension with a U-joint, you can get to these guys pretty easily. And you guys are going to want to make sure you hold on to the hub. You don't want it to fall off on the other side. So clean this up. Really just give it a light Scotch brighting. You're not trying to sand anything down. You're just trying to remove that surface rust, just so it'll make your life easier for it going in and possibly coming out again if you have to, for some reason, take it out, maybe to replace your wheel bearing. Now just come back with a shop towel, clean it off. Clean this bearing surface off too if you can. Just like that. Easy, done. Now the great thing too about the Sikky mounts is right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's an R. Obviously that means right. This one has an L on it. Shims I was telling you about, they will go between the hub and the bracket. Now this is made in the US. This is your A side, so this is what will be facing outboard of the vehicle. Obviously, I recommend torquing everything to spec. This is super simple if you are just building a track-only car, or if you don't really care about retaining your parking brake. Sikky does have a video that they're going to be releasing on this product that will show you the install for the parking brake version. I'll make sure to link that in the description for you guys, so you can reference that if you're hanging on to that feature. Okay, so this is a cartridge style caliper, which means you can just slide the brake pads in. Once you get the caliper installed, you just remove this pin. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to install the bolts, which are included with the kit. And these ones are in fact a 17. All right, I want to show you guys something. So I'm running the factory style line that splits off here to a 3AN, and then that runs to a splitter and then up to the handbrake. So I actually have OEM banjo bolt, which fits the WRX caliper that I had on here. I'm not sure if it fits the factory FRS caliper or not. Okay, like I said before, these are cartridge style calipers. So you just remove this pin, super easy, and then you can take your two pads. I usually like to just give them a little rough up there. Slide those in, align your pin, and you're done. Next thing you gotta do is just bleed it. That was a pretty straightforward install. You know, like I said, this is for the race application without the parking brake, so it's a little easier, a little quicker. Like I said, I'm at the point of just bleeding right now. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. Once we do bleed it, I'm gonna show you some footage of it locking up and how well it works out there. Continue to explain how good this is. So the Sikky stuff, they make it so simple for you that you really don't even have to think about it when you're installing this stuff. Sikky products perform, and they stand behind their product as well. So if I ever have any issues, I just give them a phone call, shoot them a text or something, you know, and they always respond. So if you guys ever have any issues, reach out to them. They are very knowledgeable. I'm gonna quit talking. Like I said, that was just one side. I still have the other side to do. Super simple, easy, can be done very quickly. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time on it. Next footage will be how it's performing and me probably with a huge smile on my face. Okay, folks, there you have it. A little bit of a trial on a closed course. It's awesome. 4-piston calipers. I'm speechless. They lock up really well. I'm sweating. It's super hot out. Absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't say that you have to pull it any more or any less because it's still the same master cylinder that I'm using. But you can definitely feel them lock up better or faster, sooner. One of those three, or all of them. But you can, oh my God, it feels so much better than my 2 pistons that I had on there before. So definitely recommend run over to Sikky.com, pick yourself up a set, or they will be on wilderdrift.com very soon as well. Support who you'd like. Appreciate it if you supported me, but if you support Sikky, nonetheless, you're supporting both of us. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in and sticking along with me for this installation. Oh, one other thing. I know I said I wasn't going to bore you with the bleeding and all that stuff, but it has 4 bleeders on there. The 2 on the bottom are not to be touched. They're only on there because they can be used on either side of the vehicle. If you flip them, you have the bleeders on either side. But regardless of that, you want to make sure that you start on the inside and then the outside to bleed them. So you do need to bleed both on the top. So bleed the inside first, outside last. Furthest away from the master cylinder first. Thank you again. I really appreciate your guys' time and watching these videos. Remember, Sikky.com, wilderdrift.com, pick something up.